Yo, what is good, my peoples? You goddamn Volvo freaks. Anyway, if you came here to be a purist, you are in the wrong place. You probably could have guessed that from all the random thumbnails on my channel. If you're here to see pellet rifles, I'm sorry, I don't do that no more. Hell no, to the no, hell to the no. They still over there. They still over there. I still use them. They tools for work. You know, I got chickens and shit get weird at night. So we're going to move on from that. So I got some parts in. I'm going to show them to you right quick. This ain't going to be a long video. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's get to it. First things first. Yeah, you recognize it. That is a, what is it, GT45? Or whatever it is. $160 worth of eBay, China Bay, whatever you would like to call it. Anyway, that is, you know, the budget turbo of the decade from all I know. It did not come with V-bands, and the box looked like hammered shit. Seriously, guys, it was hammered. I got some Flowtech turbo manifolds, forward and down facing. If you flip them, they're just forward and up facing, so it'll do the up and down. It just depends on how you put them, but they're made for turbos. 3-inch V-band flange. Woo! Your boy can't talk. Anyway, so I got that. These are the mounts that I had before. You know, there are whale mounts, which ain't no big deal that I was gonna have to whale. This would be the part that you put on your car, and then you put these pieces in it, and then you get the welding. So, you know, that ain't a big deal, but it is a rubber bushing inside this thing. It is rubber, a little bit, and I wanted to go solid mount, and I was scared, and this was gonna take more welding than I wanted. So, instead of doing that, I'm in the light. Instead of doing that, I bought these. These are for a T-bucket. And they're like pedestal style. So, you know, this bolts on the bottom of that ridge on your block that faces down when you bolt that in. And this is the pedestal. Now, I won't be using these rubber pucks because it's literally the same issue. It's just rubber. And this is just rubber. So my engine would be allowed to jiggle and wiggle and do all that stuff while you're doing burnouts and clutch kicking and stuff like that. And I don't want that going on. I know you're like, oh, it's gonna ride and it's gonna vibrate your teeth out. Yeah, I get what you're saying on that. I get that it's gonna vibrate. I've been in a car with hard. I was in a Mustang that had hard mounts and regular transmission mounts, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you that it had more hard mounts. I mean, it vibrated, but not that bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't. I didn't even think it was bad, honestly. It was just felt stiff. So anyway, those will be the motor mounts that I use. This time, back to the Flowtech though. It did come with hardware and gaskets, so I'm not mad at that. And what else I got for you? Oh, okay. I got get up out of here. Get up out of here. So I got this. Going to go coil on pack. A coil near plug, you know. So, and it came with everything. I'll give them credit, boy. They wrapped that thing good. And it came with brake-in lube. And it also came with a female connector. So if your harness does not have the right connector for it, you can make it. So, you know. Big ups to MSD. Yeah. I think that's about it, guys. Now I have an intake manifold coming. Got intake manifold coming. It is a Holley high ram. It looks exactly like the ones you see on the LS, but it's made for, you know, small block Ford. Actually 351, because 351 got a different deck height than 302s and stuff like that. So I've tried to purchase one over a month ago. It has been on back order forever. I might cancel my order and just get it from somebody on eBay who has it in hand, who has it there. I wanted one powder coated black, but at this point, if I gotta wait a year, I'll just paint it black myself. I won't even worry about it. But yeah, so I have an intake manifold coming, and it's supposed to be the Holley High Ram intake. Comes with fuel rails. If you haven't seen it, just go look. But it's a nice unit, but I don't know if I'll be able to get one because of, you know, COVIDs and how slow the mail is. For Summit and Jegs and CJ Pony, they're slow. eBay's still moving at the same pace. All this stuff you see here, I got it off eBay. Now I know you're probably like, Nick, what you doing? I see your cat and you see your little box. Well, side note, when I crank my motor on the engine stand, I'm gonna need a fuel cell, you know? So this right here, this is my fuel cell. I'm gonna drill a hole there and put somewhere I can like cap into it to put the fuel in it. But as you see, yeah, that is the sending unit to a stock Volvo 240. Well, 244. So that's the sending unit that came out of my dented gas tank because if you've been with me long enough, you know that I changed my fuel cell because my fuel pump was screaming and howling fuel. And I had a huge dent in my gas tank right where the sending unit was. So I had no problems spending that money on the eBay fuel pump and the eBay fuel cell. It was worth it to me. I can hold more fuel than I could before, and I don't have any fuel feeding issues. You know, I have yet again an eBay fuel pressure regulator, so all that's sorted out except for E85 hose. I'm gonna get E85 hose and use that hose for dyno hose. Like whatever hose is on my tan car, I'm taking all of it out. I'm using it on the motor when I crank it on the stand. But real quick, let's see if I can get it to run for you. So yeah, that is the stock fuel pump out of a 240 that was upgraded. I won't call it an upgrade. Whoever owned the car before me at some point changed the fuel pump. The fuel pump that was in it, I looked at the number, and it was the same fuel pump that would come in a Honda Accord. So I guess they got it because of the price or whatever, but I'm not dynoing my car on the stand. I'm just gonna run my car, give it a couple little chucks and do like, go through the systems, just go through everything to get it cranking, then I'm bringing it up to temp. So if it has any leaks, any issues, if it got oil pressure issues, if it got weeping out of freeze plug issues, any issue like that, I can just fix it while it's on the stand before I get to worrying about putting it in the car. Because if I put it in the car and then it like starts leaking everywhere, I'll be pretty sad having to pull it all the way back out to do things like freeze plugs or maybe my oil pump, or you know, weird things happen when you build a motor. People have had their pickup tubes come off. People have had their oil pump itself come off. So I don't want to have to deal with it again. I don't want to deal with that. So before I put it in the car, I'm gonna run it on the stand. I'm gonna do all the little alarms that it want me to get set up. I'm gonna do all that on the stand. So yeah, that's it, guys. All I did was buy some parts. I mean, I didn't say anything about these oil lines. I bought some oil feed lines. I don't have the drain yet. Obviously, I got to do some welding on my oil pan, and I have to do some welding on my valve covers because I want to have breathers on the top for all the blow by and stuff like that. So yeah, just stick with me, guys. It's cold outside. I mean, matter of fact, let's just take a little peek. Let's just take a little peek. See, look, it's wet and dreary. Now, it might not be cold to any of you Canadians and Europeans that may parlay my channel, but man, I'm telling you, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it at all. So, I just been buying parts and collecting them, and the next warm day, I'm out there. I'm in there. So, yeah, I see you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go twin turkey. So me buying this turbo really don't mean much because I'm gonna go with 2. Let me remove this. It's gonna tip over. The turbo came, like I said, the turbo says V. Like, I'm glad the turbo didn't come with its V bands and gaskets because they would have been beat to death because that box was hammered. But I got a drain tube, yet again off eBay, but I got an extended drain tube, so you see how long it is in comparison to my fingers. So yeah, I wanted to be able to get the turbos out easy, and I didn't want to do AEN lines on everything. AN on everything. It looked cool, but sometimes it ain't always cracked up to be. People have broken up. You break an AN fit and you gotta replace an AN fit. You break a screw drive clamp, not a worm drive clamp, a screw drive clamp, more like a stock style clamp. If you break one of those, you just replace it with another $3 item. But an AN line costs more than $3, and to assemble them usually means you have to have a vise. So I want to be able to go to like car shows, the little meets, the drift events. The drift event wouldn't be nothing, but like the little meets when you're driving your car on the road, yeah, I'm not trying to get stuck on the side of the road and have someone rape my poor little vehicle for everything it's worth. Because people do that around here. I don't know how it is where you're from, but deep in the South, you cannot leave a really good looking car on the side of the road too long. Someone will come by and try to steal your seats, your steering wheel, and whatever is in my car, they will steal it. And I plan on having all kind of little stupid stuff like that. At some point, I'm gonna buy some seats out, like some Mustang seats, the racing seats that would come in like a newer top side Mustang. I like that because when I paint the car at some point, black goes with everything, but those black seats will work with the next color that I would use. So yeah, just like I said, it's cold out there. I'm buying parts. It's all gonna get bolted on, and at some point I'm gonna be two-step. I'm gonna two-step my building apart. I don't know if the building will even stay together while I'm doing that, but I appreciate all you crazy Volvo freaks. And if you're a purist and you stayed this whole time, I appreciate you too. I just made it to like 250. I just hit 250 subscribers. So for all those people that subscribe, I appreciate you. If you watch those videos and haven't subscribed, please do. It's not like I'm going to be popping up in your feed every day doing videos. Maybe when I get the car together, when I get the car together, it'll be a lot more action. But until I get the car together, it's kind of a build channel. It's just kind of me building this little motor to throw in here. And if you're interested in small block Ford into Volvo, and it's been done before, yeah, this is a good spot for you. I have a red wagon. You probably saw it when we peeked outside. I'm throwing a big block Ford in it or a big block Chevy. I don't know. I'll probably go Chevy this time because Chevy is cheaper. The parts are cheaper, guys. I was told by everybody that Chevy is cheaper and you get like a few more horsepower. And I didn't care about the horsepower, but I do care about money. They were right. You want the Holley Sniper, the Holley distributor with the cam sync in it for $351. It's like $100 more. So if you want to be a Ford guy, take everything that everyone says you should get and add $100 more on it. They got that part for you, but they want $100 more. So yeah, I would. Looking back now, I would have went LS because I'm going to go out buy a cam to retrofit the block all the way to, so I have roller rockers, roller cams, so I get more RPM, which equals more speed and longevity because everything's on a roller. So everything I'm getting will be able to convert over to another 351. I crack this block, I can go to the junkyard, get another block, put the roller cam in it, put that crazy intake manifold on it. It's basically just bolt-ons. It's just bolt-ons. But it takes a whole lot more knowledge to figure out how to get your small block Ford to be in the category of the LS. You're gonna have to pay to get your motor up to where LS is. Now, you only have to pay it once, but you still have to pay. It would have been easier to just buy a $2,000 T56 transmission. Because my thing is I wanted to drift and I wanted to buy gears. It would have been easier to just buy an LS. Save up my money and then just buy a T56 transmission. That's the only reason I went this route is because a T56 is about $2,000 and a T5 is $500 or something like that. Sometimes lower, sometimes a little more. So the price difference is drastic, $2,000 versus $500. You know, so that'd be the reasoning. And once I get it all in, I'll probably get an adapter plate and go CB09. So stick with me on that. I don't know when I'll get to that. I don't know when I'll buy that transmission, but yeah, I will destroy my T5 probably, and then I'll go to CB09 after that. But you know, that's what I'm working with. I'm not going back now, guys. What you doing, bro? Let me turn this off for you. Be fried kitty up in here. All right, guys. This video is long enough. I'm cutting it here. It's free. I look out the window and it gives me the chills. I'm telling you, I can't stand it. I need to move to Florida or something, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm out.